stop. The memories flood in my head, just like the waves, babe, we were endless. Drowning in your eyes, pull me in your tide. Do you still remember all the shit we used to do? The drunken walks at 2 a.m. in high school. Slipping away before your eyes are right into the night. It feels better when you're frozen inside my mind. Till the clock runs out of eyes on you. When the sun goes down, it's just too soon. Won't you take me away? Oh, I can't refuse it. Give me slow before you lose it. Will it last until tomorrow? It's fading now, I don't know. When you're young and wild, there's still our eyes on you, they're watching over. Keep your composure, be your controller. Circle round and round we went, could you take me home again? Fireworks all in your eyes, telling me that it's alright. Till the clock runs out of eyes on you. When the sun goes down, it's just too soon. Won't you take me away? Oh, I can't refuse it. Give me your soul before you lose it. You are so heartless, and you don't care. And I don't even know what I've been fighting for. You got me hoping, and you don't care. And I don't even know what I've been fighting for. Every time I fall in the deep, and I can't fight it, I can't fight it. You wreck my mind, I'm losing my sleep. And you know that it's all that I need, so don't leave me alone. La 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 la, don't leave me alone. La 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 la, don't leave me alone. I know it's reckless, but I don't care. You're dangerously close and I keep going on. You keep me fading, and I don't care. 'Cause I want everything that I've been running from. Every time I fall in the deep, and I can't fight it, I can't fight it. You wreck my mind, I'm losing my sleep. And you know that it's all that I need, so don't leave me alone. La 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 la, don't leave me alone. La 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 la, don't leave me alone. La 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 la, la 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 la, you don't leave me alone.
Alright, everybody, we're just about ready to begin. And by just about ready to begin, I just have to hit that button and this button, and look, we're here. We're back. Oh, it's the Pillars of Eternity, the first one. And this morning, the DLC was on a super sale, so we got both the DLCs. And here we are. Last time we played, I got super tired at this spot. But we killed Merwald for good. Like, we had an option to bind him to this mortal plane and etc. He was suffering massively because he had 2 past lives. One of them was, like, a marauder that attacked this, like, colonist village. And then immediately his next life was, he was a colonist who became a soldier who then burned down a marauder village. So he had a whole lot of baggage. That's not funny. In any case, we killed him. And we just let him die for good. Die gracefully? I'm not sure. I mean, I did shoot him in the face a bunch. But now he is back to the wheel. He was very thankful for that because he was not doing great at the end of things.
Hey there.
Hi. But here we are. Kana wants to talk to us, but I don't want to talk to him because he's a poopy butthead. What? The difficulty is 3. I can pick it if I have a luck.
Hey there.
Pick. Go for it.
I can do that. That's settled.
Heck yeah. What do we get? We got a fine club. I don't think they'll let me in that fine club. What is this golden obelisk? It's money! I do like money. What? This club? Who cares? Nobody's ever going to use the club. I might use the club eventually. Let's see. Oh, look. Look. We got a thing. We have a giant miniature space piglet. I'm sorry, give me a second. Oh. Okay, for those of you who've played Baldur's Gate, you'll know this reference. Though I feel like this is probably the biggest reference from Baldur's Gate. I wouldn't say people who don't know the series necessarily know it, but this is like, when people reference Baldur's Gate, they usually reference this guy called Minsc, Minsc. And he was a ranger, though technically he was a berserker. It's just in the first game they didn't have that as a class, so they made him a ranger, and he had a pet, which was Boo, who was a giant miniature space hamster. And the whole time you're questioning if he was actually a giant miniature space hamster or if Minsc was just kind of crazy, because he was a little out of it. Even in his character's background or like bio, it's because he got smacked to the head a few too many times, so yes, this is a reference to Boo, the giant miniature space hamster, but it's a space piglet. I like it. This titanic pig has an This tiny titanic pig has an outwardly appearance that seems to be at odds with its enduring behavior. It follows you dutifully and requires nothing in return, save companionship. Hell yeah! So we got this. Fortunately, it's going to replace our black dog, but whatevers. Our black dog can go in our stash. We also have this ring. Oh, this ring's in the second game. Which makes sense, because one of the DLCs, which this was free, so I could add it for a while now. Just haven't. Maybe it was just free because I have the second game, because it's Dreadfire stuff. But this is Guan's Pledge. This item grants the ability to shield the wearer from a myriad perils that plague the world of Eoria. An aspect of the god Aethys, Guan represents the harvest of old age, symbolized here by the many interlocking sickles that form the ring. As Guan helps protect the dignity of old age, so too do his followers pledge to prevent young lives from being harvested before their time. Hey, Dunstan! He will be in Baldur's Gate 3. Yes, he will. I saw that. I think... Isn't Matt Mercer supposed to voice him? Or did I see Ron on that? But this item, if it functions like it does in the first game, yeah, it heals you. But this just heals your endurance, which is... I mean, it makes sense for this game. In the second game, there isn't endurance, there's just health. So, the second game is more forgiving in a lot of regards, but it still manages to be tough, because one of the things is, it balances for the fact that you, like, get your spells back in between fights and all that good stuff. Like, you always start fights at full resources, save if you're a chanter or a cipher, but they never start fights at full resources. Okay. Oh, that's a difficulty 2. So, I have a mechanics 3, I'm pretty sure. What is my mechanics skill? But yeah, Dunstan, I'm not sure if you heard me. I got the DLC today, so we got a bunch of free items. Well, not free. We got a bunch of items, including this pig and that ring. There's also items we can collect in the world, and we'll also have access to the Beast of White, or the Beast of Winter, I forget what it's called. So we'll be fighting ice dragons later on in this playthrough. But also, we get access to special talents, and the level cap is raised. But yeah, we got the giant miniature space piglet. Which I just love that, that's amazing. Are you planning on doing a playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, a full playthrough when it comes out? If I remember, you did do that on your channel, right? I know I was watching, I think, Diablo 3 on your channel. Oh, I was trying to check what my mechanics is. So my mechanics is 1. His mechanics is 5. Oh. He has super great mechanics. So this should be free, though.
That's settled.
Heck yeah. We have a rogue priest. Works for me. Because then we don't necessarily need a rogue, which is nice. Nothing against the rogues, but yeah, not necessarily having to have them for lockpicking is nice, and also frees them up to do other things in the party. I need to talk to Connor.
Following your lead.
My lead is I'm talking to you.
Poor Mayor Wald. He couldn't contend with all that he knew of himself. A cruel fate.
I like how I'm laughing while this guy's like, poor Merwald. He just unraveled, went completely crazy. It was cruel. But I mean, he was like 3 different people by the end, because he remembered his past lives, but they were very at odds with one another, so that is a crazy situation. And I like the pig emote. Yes, you will do a series of BEG3 of a different class. What did you do? Did you do the bard? Did I see that right? He was weak. I won't end the same way. It may be my fate too. It may, but Merwold knew his curse, for all that he succumbed to it. Perhaps he'll give you what you need to escape this fate. Well, let's seek out these ruins he mentioned. We may find something of use. Alright, that's all you wanted to say? Thanks, buddy.
You cannot wait that older said? I don't
What?
want to discuss it.
Aelith, what's going on with you, buddy? You seem to be doing the same thing Merwold did. Are you also going crazy under the pressure?
Flame and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Let's see. Here. I know we haven't done a whole lot, but we've done some things. I have a series on Diablo 1 and 2, and plan to do Diablo 3 and 4 in the future. I am playing a bard. It is very good and I love it, but I feel it makes the dialogue easy. It does definitely help. Druids are fun though because you get to talk to animals. I'm not sure if bards can. I think you can just cast Speak to Animal with them and then bam. I am planning on getting Diablo 4, so I guess if you're going to do one, I could join you on that. I'm not saying that, you know. No pressure either way. I'm not sure what time zone you are, so it might be hard to coordinate, so you might just want to do that series on your own. But regardless, we could definitely play Diablo 4 when it comes out. It was interesting. I did really like watching you do the gameplay on that too, because it really helped like clear things up for me. No! I'm scared. There's bugs in there. Alright.
Hey.
Let's sneak in a little bit. What are those? They're wood beetles. Well, we're going to do what I normally do, which is get them to the doorway and use the doorway to block them off so they can't hurt us. This is my rifle, this is my gun, this is for shooting, this is for fun. Sound off. 1, 2. Let's see. What does it do? At sight, their comments. Okay, so that's SO 3. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's probably that first circle that the Winds of Death impacts. So if he's there, I might get some use. What are my chants that I have for him though? Yeah, chant 1, chant 2. And chant 3. I want to do chant. I want to do B. Might want to let me switch to B. Oh, I can't switch into him in combat. That's kind of lame.
Following your lead.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh god, they're shooting him with spit. I was not planning for that. That's okay. I'm not sure if they can keep shooting him with spit. So we're just going to hold our ground, because it looks like some of the beetles are coming towards us. Mm-hmm. Oh, the wolf can't go in. Crap. Okay. But that's okay, because now my fighter is just blocking off that doorway, which is exactly what I want. And you... Oh, they're just grouped up. Ooh, that's Chef's kiss right there. I mean, look at that. I couldn't ask for a better mishmash of things if I asked for it. Can I do... do this one. Yeah.
Hey there.
Wait a minute. What is the second one? Whoops. Not talk. Chant. There we go. The second one is just the buffs. Okay. There's a lot of people in this doorway.
Yes?
That gun! I'm so glad you were like, hey, can you grab his gun? I was like, wait a minute, I can grab his gun. That's so much more useful in my hands. Yeah, on D4? Yeah, absolutely. Actually, we could also do Baldur's Gate together, too. Both of those would be really fun. And I would love to do a series on Baldur's Gate on this channel. It depends. It's supposed to come out soon, so I don't think I'd get to it right away because we're doing this one. I want to make sure I finish this one before I jump off to another game. But, yeah. I don't know, I guess I could do both of them at that point. I can't even shoot them for where I was. Knock that one down. Boom! Just... They have 7 damage reduction? Holy crap! I mean, my rifle, though, can pierce, I think it's 4 of it. Let's see. Penetrate. Oh, I bypassed 6 damage reduction. So it only has damage reduction 1 to me. That's still more than I was expecting, but... Oh, yeah!
Following your lead.
Now they have no damage reduction. Heck yeah. No, it didn't hit that one? Weird. Oh well, keep shooting it.
Brave.
Can we do any other spells? Oh, I'm moving. I don't want to move. No. I mean, I could do spells. Probably... Oh, my fighter is hurt more than I would like. Oh, they got him with wood beetle poison. It's so rude of them.
How may I help?
Yeah! Keep shooting that one. You knock that wood beetle down.
Hey.
Are you not attacking? Keep attacking, you fools!
Yes.
Oh, that's so good. I have 4 camping supplies, that's great. Edar is pretty hurt, and I think I used all my field shirages. They don't heal enough. It's a percentile though, so later on in the game they'll be really nice. Right now it's just kind of rough because we have low health. Though, did I mention the level cap? The level cap is normally 12. Because we have both expansions, it is 14. So, let's see. Sure, I'll probably record too early, but I am online. I can create another character for that. Either D3 or BG3. I mean D4 or BG3. Alright, that sounds great. And I mean, if you're also planning on doing Diablo 2, if you get... I actually have both. I have the original and the enhanced edition off of Blizzard. So I could do either variant of that. I actually have a series on Diablo 2 that I've never finished on this channel, so it'd be nice to do that. I usually play the tank. I play Druid, a Druid Werebear. But I did try one where I was a Necromancer Summoner, which was solo.
Let's see what lies this way.
I agree. What time? Okay. Save the game! Spiders! No. I refuse. I have found... I don't think I'm arachnophobic because I can deal with spiders, but I also... they do make me a bit uncomfortable, I will not lie. Ah! Spider! Like, there's people who've been posting, like, jumping spider videos on my Facebook, and they're cute, but I'm also like, I am slightly uncomfortable at the moment.
Yeah?
Yeah, I am, and that's okay. They're probably fine. They're called, like, puppies. They're like spider puppies. I was like, okay. They have interesting behaviors. They're, like, apparently pretty damn smart. And they, like, interact with people. Like, they'll ask to be picked up. Or they'll wait for you to put out your hand so they can crawl on it and stuff. Which is interesting. And I wonder why. It's like... It's just interesting behavior for an insect and so forth. I'm not saying that insects... I'm not saying like they're dumb. It's just... Insects tend to be a little bit colder, I would say. Sure, I already finished to record my D2 series, but I can make a new character. Oh, awesome! I need to watch that. Were you a barbarian in that too? Which is why you made a barbarian in D4. Now that you mention it, I do think that I saw you on D4. I mean, we could always just play that on our lonesomes too. We don't necessarily need to make that into a series.
Hey.
No, don't want to be in fast mode. They're going to spot him pretty darn quick. So...
Hey. Hey.
There we go. And now my wolf should be able to attack this time. That's a lot of spiders.
What?
Oh, I should have rested. I didn't. How much health does he have? He's 117. Which is not good because he has 105 health. If he heals, he literally can die. Gosh darn it. This is actually keeping me alive more though. It's fine that my wolf can't attack because they can only attack him like one at a time. So I'll accept that. No. There we go. This is scary. Oh my god. Look at his life. He's so close to death. And a second wound wouldn't save him. Because... It just wouldn't. Because it's, that only heals endurance. I don't have anything else that will heal life. But I could put him in a ball as a last resort and withdraw. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
I know, I pause a lot. My brothers and stuff pick on me for that, but I like to think out. Oh boy! Alright, endurance. It's going to be rough because it means that the rest of my people are up to being hit, and I don't think my pet's going to be able to withstand all too much. But, on the other hand, my character's about to die, so... Is withdrawal a level 1 one? Where's withdrawal? I know I've casted it before. Ah, there we go. Alright, he's in a bubble. It's the only way we could save him. This is crazy sauce. Thank God for them only being able to attack one at a time, though. And you! Haha! Summon those undead! Hell yeah! That rifle does so much damage! It is stupid! Woo! We need to rest now.
Sure.
Yeah, that came a little too close. Oh, I see. The one... Yes, I will play all games with Barbarian. It is one of the few classes that is available on all games, except one. The other one is Sorceress / Wizard. That's true. I think the only one that's available in all of them would be the Sorcerer / Wizard. Because technically in the first game it's a sorcerer, not a sorceress. But it's still pretty much... Well, it's not pretty much the same. Diablo 1 is very different from the other two. But you've played it. But it's at least, like, similar enough to the wizard. It is, like, the sorceress was just like the wizard class there. It was supposed to be its variant of the sorcerer. So, yeah, I'd say that's the only one that's truly available in all. Though the barbarian's available in the second one. And the necromancer was available in the second one. The necromancer is in the fourth game, right? What? I don't know why it just went to my desktop, but that's okay. Okay, we got to rest. I'm not sure if I want to use camping supplies though. Like maybe if we just leave, we can just rest up there. I'm not sure if we have to keep exploring. Let's see. Never far from the queen. I need to speak with the steward and Cade Nua. I believe these are... Yeah, these are completed, which is why they're grayed out. We found Merwold. We killed him. We have the White March Part 1 and 2. Which no leads, so we need to wait on that. And we have these quests. But... Oh, we have to do these things to get the thing that Kana needs. I feel like I can rest in the keep without needing to use camping supplies, so that's probably the best course of action. As long...
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Sure, whatever you say.
You're right. No sense listening to that old bampot.
Damn Virago, not now!
Oh my goodness. Eloth is going crazy. Yes, Necro's in all games except one. Okay. I mean, he is a fan favorite. He wasn't in the second one into the DLC, but they literally did a vote, and people were like, bring the Necromancer back. I didn't understand why people like Necromancer more than, like, say, the Druid. The Druid was always the class I did as a kid. So that's why I played the Necromancer Summoner. Because people were like, this is one of the most powerful builds in the game. I feel like they really upped the strength of the Druid Summoner, though. Originally, back in the day, because you were limited to, like, one animal summon, I could see why that was not as good. But now you can summon all of them. And you can still get the gear. Like, part of the things about the Necromancer Summoner build is, like, getting the specific gear item. But it's not class locked to them, it's based off of Ruin Word. So you could still do that with the Druid Summoner. So I don't know, I feel like that's slightly outdated, but I needed to test it out. So I was. The Necromancer Summoner wasn't bad. I would say that the Druid Summoner initially was easier, but I could see it probably, like, kind of tampering off in power later on. I'm not sure with the changes if it still does, but... Let's talk to the stairwell.
I felt Merwold's
Steward.
passing. You slew him.
The old fool was barking mad. I did him a favor. Several of them. No, he gave me no choice.
It saddens me to hear it. but part of me is grateful to no longer have to wait and worry in darkness.
Yep, I killed him. I was like, bam, bam.
This place has always known its master, long as it's had one. It has a will all its own, which has little to do with the castle and much to do with the land it's built on. It looks to you as Mayor Wald's successor now, whether you care for it or not. A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed. But in the right hands, it could be so much more. If you had only seen it in its day. Will you stay?
Nah. Merwold said I must go to the City of Defiance in search of the Queen. Yeah, that's sort of more important. Whatever, I have my own castle now. That's cool. The energy seems all at once to drain from the air. I see. If it is Defiance Bay you seek, I'm sorry to tell you what you've come a long way for nothing. The Eastern Barbarican collapsed decades ago. Merwold never got around to rebuilding it. The road here is a dead end. He got as far as gathering materials before his mind became preoccupied. I could make arrangements to have it repaired, if it is your will. When it has ceased to be the previous master's mill, I became powerless to do anything about it. For what am I but the master's instrument? It will take time, but far less time than finding another route to Defiance Bay. How do I repair it? Merwold set aside materials for the Barbican, and they're still available to you. In the future, if you wish to make future repairs to the keep, we will need coin for supplies and labor. What does being the master entail? Why, there are many responsibilities involved in maintaining the keep. The extent to which you wish to get involved is entirely up to you, of course. Part of the reason I am here is to ensure that things run smoothly in your absence, provided we have been given instruction. If you instruct me on which repairs you wish to conduct next, I will make the necessary arrangements. These may take some time to finish, but each will provide you with additional resources once they are complete. Given somewhere to place them, we can hire tradesmen to provide you with supplies and ingredients. Repairing the keep will raise your prestige and draw both helpful individuals and unwelcome attention from bandits and opportunists. If we raise the keep's security in turn, these will become less of a concern. You should know, however, that the position does come with some risk. Your name will grow in fame, and you must contend with threats to the keep. And then there are other things. Was there anything else, my lady? You said this place was cursed! Nah, I'm cool. We're good. Actually, no, what do you mean by curse? Merwold's curse was his own, a watcher's curse, but his predecessors have not fared better. There's a presence within the keep, or rather, far beneath it. At least, such has been the conclusion drawn by all who've come to this place. For what spirit still lingers in the endless path of offspeak of the master below? Every effort to settle here has failed. From the time of our Adian colonists onward, beasts rise from the endless path, and to the new lord or lady is no more. The one who dwells below, this master, does not tolerate rivals, it seems. I have seen, from time to time, intrepid explorers descend to lay claim to what answers they can't, but none return. This is the force which has kept Caed Nua a barren ruin, and robbed me of my hopes. Is the barbarian your favorite class? Have you played other ones? Because I haven't played barbarian much. I played him a few times. The druid's definitely the one I've played the most in Diablo 2, and I played Diablo the 2 the most. I beat Diablo 3 first. In Diablo 3 I started with the wizard. The wizard was a lot of fun. He's a kick-butt character. I tried the Witch Hunter with my friend not too long ago. I wasn't having too much fun. with the end game. I sort of just kind of like fell apart then, like trying to grind for like legendaries and so forth, and he was just like so much more powerful than me that I was like, why am I even here? So there was that. He was a demon hunter and he could just clear stuff super fast, but demon hunters were good for that. Witch hunters apparently are like really powerful with a specific build, but it sort of became like that. It was like everything was like you had to be like one of these few builds. It was all about like these few items and so forth. And then it just didn't become fun. Instead of like, I don't know, making my own build or something along those lines. I already read this. The endless paths. That, my friend, is where I must go. Where we must go. If you will go with me. Whatever devils lie beneath. Think, too, what knowledge we'll find. Perhaps the master speaks Adian? Hopeful. I mean, I'm cool with him. He doesn't seem cool with me, but like if we could talk parlay, be like, yo dude, you get the basement, I get the upstairs. I won't even charge you rent. You can just kind of like chill out in the basement. Does that sound cool? He's probably going to be like, no, I hate this. I want the surface as well. I was like, you son of a goat. Yes, D3 is like that. It is. Well, the thing about Diablo 2 was like the rune words, though. Because that aspect also seems not fun to me. Like trying to figure out rune words and so forth to make something, but I don't know, it's part of the game. It is a loot fest, so the items are supposed to be important, but I guess to me, at some point, I just want to be like, I'm good. And I think you get there, but it's a very long grind to get there. Good. And I don't necessarily feel like I'm voicing what I didn't like about it so well, but I don't know, I can't necessarily. I kind of know why, but I don't have words for just what kind of struck me wrong about it. Because I do like looting things, I like the whatever collecting stuff, and it's cool to find the next item for your build and etc. But I think it's more just that the builds became about the items instead of the other way around. Like, it's cool to find items that augment your build and you're like, oh my god, that's awesome. But it just seems later on you just make a build around the items, and that's like less interesting to me, because then it's like restricted to the sets that they have in the game and so forth. Let's see. But I'm not the master of Caed Nua? I am, though. What are the Endless Paths? The Endless Paths of Od Nua. That is the name given to the labyrinth beneath the keep. There we were warned by the Glathians that this site was cursed. And there is a legend attached to it, though at the time we thought nothing of it. The ones were built, it is said, by a powerful Egwithian named Od Nua, who ruled until his people turned against him. They destroyed his endless paths and filled the upper tunnels with soil and stone. No one living knows how far down the tunnels stretch, and few who have ventured have returned. There's also much talk of riches and treasure. The promise of Egwithian relics alone draw many fortune seekers to the depths of here. Okay. Other questions? Time to find the Queen of City Defiance. You must know, the queen you're looking for Defiance Bay has no queen. The Mequins of Adir haven't ruled here since the war. The only queen with any power there is Wodeka. Wodeka. That's an interesting name. There's a lot of interesting names in this game. I am told they erected an exquisite temple in her honor there, but was never able to see it. If you mean to go there, we can get started right away by repairing the Barbican. You need only tell me you wish to do so, and I will make the necessary arrangements. Marwald kept a ledger, as it happens, and I have taken the liberty of updating it. You could take a look, if you wish. I want to! Then we'll get underway at once. The steward's voice belays a giddy excitement. "Know, my lord, that this is but the first and least of many great undertakings. The keep supported a great many buildings and servants for years. If you wish it, we can repair some of the outlying structures, and these will bring you wealth and recognition, drawing people on to your service. Rebuilding the defenses will keep the grounds from being overrun, as they did under Merwell's keeping. You need not choose all at once. I am pledged to your aid, and so long as you are a master here, we shall always be linked. You need not step upon these grounds to speak with me. Wherever your travels may take you, you can make your will known to me, if you but reach out. Oh, but first, of course, the barbecue. Here we go! We gotta purchase stuff, and this one's for free. You can upgrade the stronghold, money and stuff. This is like Kingmaker, Pathfinder Kingmaker, where like you have your own kingdom and you start to raise it up. I say that this game came out first. I'm not sure if the Kingmaker module came out before this. I'm not saying they took inspiration or anything, but I'm just saying like mechanically it's similar, where you can build stuff. It's a little bit like mobile gamey, where you like send out your adventurers or like people here, and you can hire people to help out on party management. Cancel. But yes, and you build up prestige, which gives you more access to cool items and stuff. Security keeps your keep from being under attack. So it's very much like you become the lord of this castle, and it's cool. The second game also has a cool mechanic that's similar but very different, because it takes place in pirate stuff, so you have your own ship. So you kind of like build up your own ship and your own crew and stuff, and you manage that. And it's very, very different mechanically speaking. I mean, for one, the stronghold's like right here. So if it gets attacked, you have to like go back to the stronghold, as opposed to your ship takes you places. You literally ride on your ship and go everywhere around and stuff. Now let's see. I played a druid and the least in D2. I played the bard a little. I think the ones I played the most were sorceress, paladin, and assassin. I haven't made many rune lords. Most of the time I played the basic game. And that's fine. I think that's like when it's the most fun. The end game, I think, gets a little bit bloated. Which is interesting, because that's like what most people who play Diablo say, that that's when like the true game actually starts. But it's like, I don't know. I'm a game hopper by nature, so just the concept of staying with a game for that long. To me, like the end game is like I'll jump back onto my end level character every now and again. But the grind, I don't dislike grinding and farming for things. I like play Monster Hunter, and that's fun. But I always take it with not necessarily a grain of salt, but it's very much I don't take it too seriously. It's kind of like I go there, I'm there to enjoy it. The grind's just part of it. I don't know, get caught up, and it's like I want X, Y, and Z. I mean, you do go for X, Y, and Z, but for me, it's like if I don't get X, Y, and Z right away, that's fine. And then I'll just jump to the next game when it strikes my fancy. Let's buy this wall, which is going to increase our prestige and our security. We need to get the main keep. A lot of stuff is restricted until we get the main keep, which is right here. And we can afford it, but it's literally all our money. If we did that, though, our security would outmatch our prestige, which is cool. We can buy this so we can rest at the keep, which increases my prestige, which I don't want, per se. You kind of want to keep your security above your prestige. That way, because the higher your prestige, the more likely people are to attack your keep. And like vice versa, the higher your security, the less likely. So you want to raise your security faster than your prestige. But obviously, you see, it can be kind of hard. But the best way to do that is you can get hirelings. But I need a barracks in order to get hirelings. How much does the barracks cost? I need the main keep before I can get a barracks. Okay. This is still worth it. I'll deal with getting more attacks and so forth. It takes 2 days to get Bright Hollow, so we can't even rest straight away. We'd have to wait the 2 days. So we'll still have to use our camping supplies. Oh well. We'll get it. Now that's going to be starting to be built. And we technically don't have to go down below again. Going down below, it's important for Kana's side quests. I do not believe we're high enough level to do what he needs to do there. Because I think I mentioned this, the Endless Paths is a roguelite mode where you just keep exploring until you die. It's a lot of combat and it gets very difficult. This game is pretty difficult anyways, hence like the Lurker fight, which was ridiculous. But I'm going to rest. It is worth it to use these camping supplies. I can't camp here! Son of a gopher! Outside we go then. But what was I even saying? Oh, let's see. You haven't made runeworks. Okay, that's the last thing you said. Here we are. We'll rest here. Those are good bonuses. Perfect. And now it should be about a day or so for the other stuff. Oh yeah, this game gets pretty hard. And then the Endless Paths gets extremely hard. So, but the thing is, it was actually a lot of people's like least favorite aspect of this game. Just because the combat's not bad, but this is an action RPG. It's like strategy and tactics, and it's serviceable. I really like it. But there's other games that if you want the strategy and tactics too, they're just more focused on that. It's like combat isn't this game's strongest suit. It's fine. I like it. I enjoy it. But there's just other games that just do it better. Or that's definitely like the opinion at large. So that's why a lot of people didn't like the Endless Paths, because it focused on the combat aspect more. Or I think to be more accurate, it's just that it's
It's like your breeches, scholar lad.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I said nothing.
Oh my god, poor Kana. I love him. What was I going to say? I guess it's not that the combat's bad, it's more that the RPG stuff is what drew a lot of people to this game. The story and the RPG elements are just great. Or like engaging with the characters and so forth. And the Endless Path doesn't capitalize on that. So I think that's more it. Like the combat's fine, but people just want to talk to the characters and get to know the world. And then Endless Paths, you don't do that.
I confess, I was hoping our meeting with Mayorwald would go a little differently. But then, you have gained an entire keep. I don't think I've seen anyone inherit land that quickly since Kyne the Younger read her father's will.
Oh, if I was an aristocrat, I could be like, I'd get this on the rags. But no. I wish I could have gotten through to him, that's true. I feel bad for him. That's just very crazy what happened. He was far gone, but don't worry. The past is there, and we may learn from it. I'm sure we'll find more answers in Defiance
It
Bay.
will give you a base from which to go searching at least. And then, there are secrets beneath the keep yet. With you at the helm, it should be easier to explore the Endless Paths.
He didn't say the thing! He didn't say what it says in the text! That's the first time I've noticed that. I'm not sure if it's happened before, but oof. I mean, come on, guys. End dialogue. Let's talk to Edgar Allan Poe. Now we're talking to Aleph. Aleph seems lost in thought. He flinches when you draw near, sucking a sharp breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you?
You're right. That's literally one of the options. I was not reading it, by the way. That was just me as Toasty going, "You're right, dude." You seem, yeah.
Of course. Merely processing some of the unusual things we've seen lately. And if Meerwald is to be believed, it would seem you've an uncertain future ahead.
He was out of his mind. I don't place stock in the ramblings of a lunatic. There's no point in speculating now. Let's see. He was a monster in past lives. But the thing is, I don't know what the hell I was in past lives either. So that is kind of like, ooh, that could easily bite me in the ass. I think the Stoic caution is just what this character is about. It's no point speculating now. I don't know. There's a lot of facts out there that we just don't know, but we can only keep going forward.
Perhaps Defiance Bay holds the answers we need.
I want to discuss something. How may I be of service? Tell me about Adir. I've been gone for more than a year now, but I suspect I've always think of the forests and fields of Adir as home. We've thousands of years of history and tradition behind us, and there's a sense of dignity and responsibility that comes with that. Of course, there's baggage as well. Our imperial past is still fresh in the minds of many, as you may have noticed here. Has it been a difficult to adjust to Yearwood? People here are informal, hot-blooded, more attentive to the insult than to duty. But as long as one avoids provocation, it's easy enough to get along. I've gotten accustomed to enough to keeping my thoughts to myself, anyway. May I be of service? That's all! And now I talk to Adir.
That old watcher. I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that.
Me neither, buddy. Said you had some things you wanted to ask him.
Nah, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. At least I got that out of it.
Oh, Adir. You're being super depressing right now, buddy. I always like the combative games like Icewind. Manage the party and use different skills and tactics is fun. That's fair. I know I kind of stumbled over my words a bunch. I do enjoy the combat of these games. I do enjoy the combat of this. But I also see the point of the characterization and just getting to know the lore and stuff, because that's why I want to have a party of like NPCs with me, as opposed to like having people from the chat and so forth, because we can make our own NPCs, and that's fun too. That definitely matches Icewind Dale. But I felt Icewind Dale was missing out in that regards. But I played Baldur's Gate first. I played Baldur's Gate as a kid, so that's sort of what I got accustomed to. And it's what I liked. I liked engaging with this world and getting to know its characters. And I feel, in a way, we'd just be messing out a bit, because like the characters have their own side quests and they have more things to say about situations, so we get to go more in depth than a party of NPCs we create because they don't say anything in a situation. Unfortunately. It'd be nice if you could have both. Like if you can make your own NPC party but they still commented on stuff. Divinity has a bit of that. No, it definitely does, because in Divinity you can still make your own characters, but they'll engage in conversations with one another, which is really nice. I love Divinity 2. Probably the closest thing to a tabletop. And Baldur's Gate 3 is made by the same people. And it's very similar in that regard. Come on, I don't like the suspense! Start punching him. I'll punch it out of you, you dumb bitch. Tell me, what were you going to say? There's no need to be embarrassed. I won't judge.
All right. Guess fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden. About how he turned against us and fought for Widewind. Been on my mind for some time now. The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. He was right. Hearing claims that he died fighting for Rayed Saris, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. Didn't seem right what Widewind had in store, but if he really was Aethys...
Damn. That's a whole lot in just a couple, like, paragraphs. Just, like, getting to know this character and shit. I really like that. Just that little bit of dialogue right there really sets Ader's character up.
I thought, maybe this old Watcher would know how my brother died. So I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection. Told you it was dumb.
You're right. You should be embarrassed. The one thing about Obsidian games is it really lets you play an asshole. Like, there is actually... I'm not sure if you played... Not Spacer's Choice. That's the name of the fictional company in there. What was it called? It's coming to me. It was like Fallout in space, but not really. It's more like an old school BioWare game mixed with Fallout presentation. Why can't I think of it? I even started to do a series on it, and I'm just kind of over here snapping my fingers. Maybe you do remember. Oddworld. Was it Oddworld? No, Oddworld's something else. This is going to bother me, but I can't remember. And we have to move on. So, in that game, though, I had a character. There was a thing in the beginning of the game where there was this colony, and then there's people who escaped the colony, and they were fighting one another because the people who escaped realized that the upper management just sucked, and there's many ways you could resolve it. One of them was you could just kill everybody, and you could do that at any point in the game. You could literally kill anybody. Now NPC was protected, so you could just be like, brrr, which was great. I feel like, I don't know, like Oblivion and Skyrim really fell out in that regard. Because in Morrowind you could kill everybody and it was great. Not that it would kill everybody, it's more like just player choice, right? Why didn't you ask me for help? I don't know. Guess because I didn't know you. It's hard to trust a stranger that says she's a watcher. I mean, that's fair, but you didn't know Merwold either. But I guess Merwold had a reputation that preceded him.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. Watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
That's fair, buddy. I understand. Really, if I wanted to find out about my brother, I shouldn't be starting with Watchers. I should be starting with records. It took 15 years to figure that out, you dumb bastard! Let's see, you should be prepared that there may be no record of your brother's death. I mean, that's fair too. But we can at least start there, so why don't you? If there is anything written down about it, they'd have it in Defiance Bay. They got an archive at the palace.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well, you know. Knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
Absolutely. I get that. I mean, we did just have the Watcher go crazy on us. So I'm not sure if I'm the best good luck charm, but I'll still try to help you. But what was I going to say? Yeah, I just feel like in Skyrim and Oblivion, where they made certain NPCs just unkillable. Because Morrowind, you could kill anybody, but the game would warn you if you killed an important NPC. Be like, hey, you can't finish the game anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And I like not limiting the player's options, is really what it comes down to. Like, if I want to kill that NPC, just let me do it, and then I'll live with the consequences. Like, if it keeps the story from progressing, there we go, that was the consequence of my actions. Instead of, like, making them unkillable, that way you could, whatever. It makes it very immersion breaking to me, to be honest. So now we can go to Defiance Bay, right? Defiance Bay. I can't go there. What? I built the thing so I could go to the place, and it's not letting me go to the place? What is this nonsense? I could go from the Black Wet Meadow. I don't know why I had to build that. I don't think I had to. I think I could have just gone back here and then gone down there. Oh, maybe this bridge is broken off, so maybe I have to go this way. We'll go this way. 18 hours. Holy crap. No idea. Didn't play that game. It's not Spacer's Choice. It was... It lost popularity quickly. Like, I had a lot of eyes on it before, and then people played it, and it wasn't what they were expecting. They wanted Fallout in space. I would say it's more like an old school BioWare game, which I mentioned this before. Like,
Light, flame, and sound.
Like
To ourselves.
Knights of the Old Republic, or less so Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate, they're figuring things out, but more like Baldur's Gate 2, Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect, like those BioWare games. But it's more like that. So now we're exploring these plains. They're rather plain. There's lions here, though, so we have to be careful. I love that miniature space piglet. I think I would like it better if it was a hamster. No offense to the pig, but the pig's just sort of random. You know? Oh! That person has a fox! That's awesome. She's also a party member you can have on your team. We aren't going to, though. And the reason being is that she's a ranger, I'm a ranger. It's a little bit, like, too close. I mean, we could build the rangers in different ways, but we're literally going for the same build at the moment. So, yeah.
Hush, Itumak. We'll just wait a little longer.
Itumak, don't worry, my friend. You can hang out with... No, not that. I wanted to... Agra, you go hang out with Itumak. And
Yeah?
I will talk to this lady. Sagani? Sagani. That's how I want to pronounce it. Sagani. It would help if I knew what language it's inspired by, but... Spacer's Choice. Wasn't called Spacer's Choice. Pillars of Eternity is just going through my... Okay, we're going to look this up, just so... We're going on a little bit of an adventure. Spacer's Choice. The Outer Worlds. That's why I was thinking Outer Worlds. I'm not crazy. I'm just only half remembering the name. And Oddworld is something else. Oddworld was fun. Dwarven woman, dressed in skins and hides, leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down, her eyes darkened by a thick stripe of face paint. She's sharpening a bone arrowhead with a scrimshaw-handled knife. I don't know what scrimshaw-handled is. Her attention, however, is focused on a bare figurine on between her feet. A large white fur fox standing on her heels looks up at you as you approach. That is a frickin' large fox for sure. It's pretty much the size of my dog. Let's be real, they probably used the same model but then turned to white, which is lame. I would want that too. That was the thing about Baldur's Gate too, which thanks, Dunstan. Baldur's Gate, like, they gave the NPCs unique items and things, like Minx had Boo, which was in his inventory at all times, and then it like helped set the world and things. But I was also kind of sad as a player because they had a lot of really cool shit that I would like to have access to, which I'm trying to think of which game along those lines. It might have been Star Wars. I don't think it was Star Wars. The Knights of the Old Republic did do something with this, where it gave like your player character unique items to them. I mean, you have your own lightsaber, and you could put a crystal in it, and it was unique to you. Which, yeah, I kind of just needed something like that, because it just felt weird, because all these NPCs, like, they had unique things to them, and you just kind of, I mean, that makes sense. Wording where it felt kind of sad, because they had, like, cool things, like moon fire swords, which were lightsabers, and be nice if the player character could get stuff like that too. Her attention, however, is focused. But I guess in Baldur's Gate, admittedly, you're a god, and you got god powers, so maybe I'm just being a little greedy.
Easy, Ichumak. It's not him.
No, I'm a lady in this world. That outfit may not be flattering, but I am this outfit may not be flattering, but I'm definitely not him. That works for this character. I said something along those lines. She lifts her head up at you. No argument there. It's just not you I'm looking for. I get that. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him.
Okay. Can I help you find him? That's an interesting question. The last helpful stranger only succeeded in lightening my purchase. I think I'll handle this on my own. Your friend is supposed to meet you here?
That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know Whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
That's fair. Back up. What does the stranger have to do with your friend?
The long version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasitak. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persok. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persok's trail is cold, to say the least.
That's fair. Why can't you find him? There can't be that many of your people here in the Deerwood. How long have you been looking for Persok? 5 years. Holy shit. He died when I was still a young girl. Forgot to mention that part, did I? I'm looking for his latest reincarnation, which could be anyone. So you've been searching 5 years for a stranger you barely remember. Who could be anyone now?
That about sums it up.
How do you know I'm not him? I could be him. If we're talking about reincarnations, but probably not. If we're going off like the traditional reincarnation cycle, and he died 5 years ago, you should be looking for a 5-year-old. But what do I know? No, you've been searching for her for 5 years. You may have died before that. She did say something while I was there. I'm dumb. Oh, actually, I know how you feel.
Then you have my sympathies. Hopefully you've got a better lead than I do.
How does that statuette figure into it? She dusts the figurine on her trousers and raises it in a small flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. The polished aedra is worn to dull matte along its arched back and ovoid hunches. A soft glow emanates from within.
Cute, isn't it? It belonged to Persok. Before he returned to the wheel, he He left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later.
She holds out it to you. You feel whisper sensation. Not quite memories, but traces of someone.
When I left Nasitak, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persok, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright. For a few hours. But most of the time, it looks just like this. I've heard that one before. Whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forkvale told me he could take a look. For a few Golden Dukes, of course. I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 Golden Dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the Wolf's Lair and the twining trees.
What's the Wolf's Lair? Defiance Bay. Locals call it the current Duke Wolfgren. Sounds like he'd be fun to drink with. Is Twining Trees a real place? He meant Twin Elms. I haven't been there yet, but I hear they have some especially memorable trees.
He thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place, right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
Oh, dang. What if I'm Persok? I mean, that is a question that's on my mind. We can't be overly forward. I mean... Yeah, I know I'm a watcher, but considering I wouldn't trust my character either.
Why?
I just want a better look at it. Why not? Please? I'm a real watcher. It's true, but I don't know why she would believe that. I'll be diplomatic.
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
She hands you the figurine. Her chapped knuckles graze in your hand. She watches you examine, wary but curious. Yeah. You raise the altar bearer, turning to the light. So your eyes catch a tiny glinting scratch. The scenery around you melts away. You're standing on a cliff overlooking the water, seeing through the eyes that aren't your own. You catch the musk of beast amidst the fresh scent of vegetation. Your heart beats a little faster. You'll have to watch your step up here. You look down long enough to see the sharp, pale cliffs drop into the water hundreds of feet below you. Oh, I can do Perception 18? Heck yeah. Examine the roads. Deep ruts score the hard packed earth. There's marks of wagons, numerous, heavy laden. A large city is close. Sniff the breeze. Breathing deep. You smell salt in the air, wherever you're standing. Wherever Persok is standing. Must be in the ocean, not a lake. AFK for a few minutes. That's okay, Dunstan. I do have to go soon because I have D&D. Well, technically Pathfinder 2E, but that's splitting hairs. I have that today, and that should be starting soon. So, actually, I'm going to check real quick. Oops, the wrong button. My mom sent me a message. Blah, blah, blah. To Discord. Did they send anything yet? Nope. Okay. Return the figurine. I've got it. He's standing on a
What are you
cliff.
talking about? What just happened?
Oh, a real watcher. She blinks at you a few times, calculating. If you've seen the way she stares at dead things, you know she's serious.
You realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Then stay here for all I care. Other things to do. Come with me. I've got business in there, and we can look for Persock on the way.
If this is your idea of a joke, you may be stuck with me for a while. Lead the way.
No, ain't joking. I'm telling the truth. I'm a crazy person. Now, around these plains, there's a druid. Would be nice to have on our team. Ah! There's a lion! He caught me! But he caught the fighter. That's actually probably the best thing that could have happened in this circumstance. Oh, he caught the wizard too! Shoot! Go get him! I think Itamak is literally like Agra. Like they're it's like labeled a fox, but it just functions as the wolf does. Which is fine with me. Okay, let's just drop the disguise. Going guns a-blazing. Run, wizard! Run!
Hey,
Get him, warrior! Awesome. Okay, we're good. Holy crap. What does she have? She has both Mark, Prey, and Hawk. That's so OP! I wanted both of them, but I couldn't get both of them. 'Cause racism. Racism! We'll both mark this animal.
How may I help?
That lion has 4? Itamak. Get behind. Now he's being... Holy crap! Oh, that poor animal. We'll switch to that. That lion is being messed up right now.
Following your lead.
But I mean, it was marked by 2 different rangers.
I'll take a peek.
This is... we have a huge party right now, because 6 people with 2 rangers. I guess if you wanted a really massive party, just 6 rangers, and then you would have 12 things. Holy shit. I'm not sure how well that would work mechanically speaking. I feel like that could actually be sort of viable, because you could have your rangers do different stuff, like lore and things. So you'd have access to spells via scrolls, which isn't the best way to do it. You could give some of them support things, etc. And then you could have the pets be like the tanks of the group. You could have like a couple bears. You could have a few like other things. That would be a really weird group. But just 12 things on your team. That'd be so much to manage.
Sure.
I like it though. Now, around these parts, which I mentioned before, I believe there's a druid character. We're going to try to find him, and then probably call it there. It's 5:30-ish, but I plan on wrapping up around 5:30 no matter what happens. We'll continue from there. Sadly, I can't stream for too long on Sundays, but I still want to stream on Sundays because I feel like it's a good day to stream. Those are lions. There's large lions. We have a lioness. We have a lion and a lion. Is the lioness stronger than the lions? We have a dead body. Run! Run! Okay, we're good. Whew. That's scary. I mean, we could fight the lions, but that isn't what we're trying to do at the moment. So we're going to explore a bit. Because what we're trying to do at the moment is find the druid. What's that? That's a forest troll! Forest trolls aren't too bad. 2 forest trolls? That's also not that bad. Let me know if there's 3 forest trolls. What is her... Her stealth is 4, her survival is 8. So she has more survival than I do. But I'm stealthier than she is. Not by much. But I also have athletics. She's very focused. Now what does the Fox Companion do? Speed average. Is my Wolf Companion speed average? It doesn't tell me about my Wolf Companion. What? What? My Wolf Companion. It's a good thing my wolf actually has the ability to bypass damage reduction. This Vicious Companion is actually coming very useful. Come very useful. Where is my Wolf Companion? I don't know. Alright. Oh! Koth is playing some Project Zomboid. You go, buddy. She has a faithful companion, which is nice. And fine hide armor. What's she wearing? She's wearing this. We should give her some things. Some consumables. I'm going to give her drugs. And a hood. And her hide armor is probably fine. It is fine, actually. But that's... Ooh. Ooh, it's got more damage reduction than leather armor, but allows her to be quicker? I kind of want her hide armor. And then she can have this leather. Yeah. Not to be a jerk about it, but she's probably not even going to be on the team majorly. And that hide armor is great because my damage reduction is up, but my speed is even faster. That's really huge, actually. And now I'm partially naked. That's not why I did it, though. I swear! That's not why I did it.
Sure.
Come on. Okay, we do have 3 of them. Alright.
Hey,
Come on. Alright. Are they starting to spot me?
Hey there.
They were. Okay. We're going to pincer attack. Cow. Ka-chow. We'll have Itanuk. Okay, let's see.
Ready, Watcher.
Yeah, I feel like they'll do that. Terrence is going to stay with the main strike force. He'll come over to me, and
Following your lead.
we'll go over there. Okay, we're good. Nope.
Ready, Watcher.
Okay.
Hey,
That's a lot of trolls. We got this, though.
all right then.
Duh. I didn't notice that thing. Oh. No. This is scary. Okay, we still got this.
How may I help?
Okay. Let's see, do I have... I do have web. Okay, here we go.
What?
I'm not sure who's going to get stuck in there. Okay, we got that troll. It's not much, but it's something. Okay. And I too want to focus this thing. Okay. And we'll both focus on them. And you... damage reduction. We'll wait a second to do that spell for Itanuk.
How may I help?
What are you doing? Oh no! Shoot! Itanuk kind of fucked things up for us. We'll be fine. Okay, Itanuk, you go get... the wizard has to kind of run past the fighter. Hopefully the fighter can get aggro. No. That. Marked prey suppressed. Why is it suppressed? Can we not both mark them? Probably isn't an ability. Designates a single target as prey, giving the ranger and animal companion a damage bonus on that target. So we might not be able to mark the same thing. That's good to know for the future.
I'm here.
Run! Run, wizard! Okay, let's see. Can you knock her down? Yes. Or them, I should say. Can't summon any spells yet. But I'm still shooting this thing. Has a lot of damage reduction. Okay, good.
Yes.
The wizard's now over here. Wizard can cast some spells. Let's go a little bit further, and now try to cast this. Shoot. I'm going to end up hitting the dog. Not much else, so that's not super great. We'll do another one of these then. And you do that because that does raw damage over time. Oh! Itanuk is going to die! Didn't realize. Is there anything I can do to save her? I can do... I'm not sure if this will come in time. It should. So if I stay there for a second... Can I cast spells? I sure can. Okay, good. Ethan, run!
Shot with this.
You can't get a good shot with that. Can you change? No, it can't because we're in combat. That stinks. That thing has a lot damage reduction. That's okay. It is near death. Heck yeah! We got skeletons. I feel like Etenuk is just going to die if they're here. Maybe not. Oh, we killed the thing! Hell yeah! Okay. This is actually not going too bad. Trolls aren't that bad in this game. Especially considering Baldur's Gate or Icewind Dale. They were terrible in both of those games. Okay, Edenuk. You run away real quick. Then swing back around. Keep shooting. You just gotta shitloads. I love chanters. They're like... In a lot of other games, the Bard was always seen as like one of the worst ones. Edenuk. Edenuk is fast as all hell. Look how many things are attacking that one guy at the moment. Like, damn. Who am I shooting? I'm shooting nobody! Shoot that guy. Who are you shooting? Shoot that guy. Keep attacking him because that's who my fighter is attacking. And you, shoot that guy. God damn, knockdown is so powerful in this freaking game. It's ridiculous. Oh, he got hit with a speed buff. That makes sense. Look at just how hit somebody. They're all pretty isolated. There we go. Holy shit. We're kicking so much buns. Edenuk, go over there. Oh, my human skeleton is just fighting that forest troll. Hell yeah, that is so good. Even though they're like on a duration, just the ability to just summon sort of like repeatedly in a fight is just broken. Can do it again, fellas. I'll still wait a second before.
Following your...
Okay, yeah, they're gone. So let's summon again. Poor Etenuk. Is Etenuk under attack? No. This is so stupid, and I love it. Making sure my entire party are attacking things at the moment. Never mind, I actually kind of like having more than one range. Oh, the gun on a ranger is just stupid. And I like bows, but the gun, man, the gun's just too powerful. I mean, it's sort of like the equivalent of a two-handed. I know bows are technically two-handed too, but it's like the slow, powerful weapon as opposed to the bows, like really quick and stuff. But it is. It's just boom. It has 40 damage a pop. I would two-shot most of the party here. And that's with swift aim, so I can just keep... It's not that slow with that combined, so...
This thing is doing the job.
We get so many party members.
Yeah?
Yeah! Look at that. We have all this troll skin and awakened wood. There's probably some sort of sex joke there.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Let's check the bestiary, which how do I do that? This is the journal. Bestiary. What was it? Is that something with a P? Flame bite. Okay. We got beetles. I mean, it's pretty terrible. I mean, they're pretty terrifying, is what I meant to say. May not seem it, but I mean, a giant-ass beetle? Do not want. So what was the thing we fought? It began with a P. Oh, it's a... Dilemmagan. Our forest spirits of air, Ganaf. It's a weird word. They're bound to ancient, often petrified trees or Adra monuments. That makes sense. They appear to have mostly elven-shaped bodies, but their skin is made of wood, and their hair is long and plant-like. Adrains appear to have skin made of Adra. Makes sense. Dilemmagan glow slightly and often have tiny motes of light around them. They do not wear clothes, but lack sexual organs, as they only have overall shape of humans. Okay. Dilemmagan are entirely magical beings and do not use physical weapons to attack. Their attractiveness is used in tandem with their magic, typically to stop attackers or lure them to their deaths. So they're like nymphs. These creatures draw their essence from their environments. While they have physical bodies and can be killed if those bodies are destroyed, their survival also depends on the health of their environment. They feel no natural animosity towards other beings, but they will defend their territories fiercely. Thus, Dilemmaga and Adraborn may individually be more or less hostile depending on the well-being of their locale, and whether other explorers or adventurers have, in the past, proved dangerous or benign. They are a natural roadblock to large-scale development. While Worldtrice and Erlganath often live peacefully alongside them, expanding or developing cities and towns may find themselves beset by hostile Dilemmaga. Some Kith, too, oppose the destruction of Dilemmagan habitats. City dwellers generally support the notion, believing that their souls will simply reincarnate in another forest or back into the Kith. Dilemmagan are traditionally friendly towards rangers and druids. Spiritual links with trees have led them to greater understanding of the link between rangers and their animal companions, though a definitive connection has yet been made. I mean, she might have been hostile, but let's be real. I sort of attacked first. Well, no, they attacked me first. I just dropped my guard and stuff, and they're like, "Arr!" I would have been fine to chill with them. But I did a courtship on their territory, so I'll remember that. A women. Never mind, this was a Pagra. what? I mean, Beowa. So that would be a Pagra. A Dilemmagra, rotten leaf, more typically called a Pegra, is Dilemmagra that has been corrupted by the destruction of their home tree or address stone. They're as ugly as a Dilemmagan is beautiful, spindly, emaciated with cool tones to their skin. Their hair is dead, dark, and slimy, and their facial features contorted, and their teeth long and sharp. Unlike Dilemmagan, they are not surrounded by motes of light, and they are more willing to attack unfortunate travelers with their long talons. Praegra decorate themselves with skulls, skins, and feathers of animals they've killed. Oh no, they're rude. I don't feel bad for killing her. Just as the Dilemmagan seek to maintain the health of their forest, Praegra seek to corrupt them, making the two species mortal enemies. The rot that inflicts them endows their attacks with ghastly poison, but also makes their bodies weak and brittle, leaving them vulnerable to piercing and spike cut. It's so dumb. I really do like bows, so I kind of feel guilty for liking the gun, but on the other hand, I don't, because holy shit. But also makes their bodies weak and brittle. Okay. Since they no longer draw essence from a healthy force, they survive by drawing energy and essence out of plants, animals, and kith. That makes them natural allies with shadows, which feed by similar means and enjoy the benefits of a shared hunt. They're hostile toward all life, but rangers and shards are their most common foes. Well, now that makes sense. Just like the Demo again, we're going to chill with and be cool. These guys are the exact opposite. Like, fuck them! Let's kill him! I like just a complete 180 of like, oh no, I feel bad for attacking her. Oh, wait a minute, that was an asshole one.
I'll take a look.
It's 5:40. Okay. I don't want to, but I probably should call it here. Because if my friends are going to play, they're probably going to play here soon, even though they haven't messaged. Round 6 is when they usually start. But we've been streaming for like an hour, maybe? Slightly less. I don't know. But thank you so much, Dunstan, for joining. It was nice having you around and chatting as always. And anyone else who might have joined and in chat, that's so cool. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, I appreciate if you pretend a like is a mic and drop it. And I forget my actual why I did it in a weird order. Alright, so I hope you've enjoyed this bit of the Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Treasure. Okay, take 3. I hope you've enjoyed this bit of the Dragon's Treasure. Pretend a like is a mic, drop it. If you haven't already, appreciate if you showed that sub button some love. And don't forget, sharing is caring. Stay beautiful.